Greetings from New Bedford, Massachusetts. I'm Matthew Neves, and today I'm going to show you step-by-step instructions on how to perform a successful oil change on your Z650RS. Now, before we even get started, I've got to remove the belly pan from my bike. If you're wondering what one I got, it's from Pyramid Plastics. It has this shark nose, aggressive type of sophisticated look. Now guys, I chose not to get the painted version, specifically because this part is located on an area of the bike where it's going to receive a lot of rock chips, dirt, debris, and bugs. So instead, I chose to vinyl wrap it. That way, I can just rewrap it if it gets messed up. The brand and color I'm using is Avery Dennison's Gloss Black SW900. Keep in mind, to those of you who are really interested in this belly pan, note that this thing is going to fit flawlessly with your stock exhaust. Now, if you have a full aftermarket exhaust system like I do, then you're going to have to make some cuts into the belly pan and smooth out all the edges with sandpaper. My Ermax radiator fairings actually got sent to me in green because that's all they had in stock. So I wrapped those too. If you're shopping for vinyl wrap, I would definitely recommend Avery Dennison. Them or 3M. Alright, let's get into this oil change. So first I have to remove these 4 screws. This one, and the 2 on the opposite end. Minus the belly pan brackets that I left on my bike, this is basically how your bike should be looking right about now. The first step I want you to do is wrap your exhaust with saran wrap. This is a really helpful tip that will prevent oil dripping all over your exhaust. While you're working on your bike, this is a good time to clean up any dirt and grime you might see around this area. I'm gonna get at it real quick. There we go, nice and spotless. Next, I'm gonna remove the 2 screws that hold on my custom aftermarket sprocket guard. As you can see, it's really dirty. Let's clean this up. I'd like to call my style of riding careful and calculated. Though I ride my bike spirited and hard, the bike is meticulously maintained and kept in showroom condition. Loosen your drain plug with a 17mm socket, remove your drain plug, and drain out all your old oil. Now while it's draining, sit on the bike and position it upright. This will assure that all the oil drains out. Be patient. Let as much drip out as possible. I'm upgrading my stock drain plug with this PSR magnetic drain plug that I got off Revzilla. It came with this washer, but I'm keeping the stock one. Now, for those of you wondering about the torque spec of the drain plug, you can do this by the manual, but I'm just doing this by hand and by feeling. This is what the new drain plug looks like installed. The only difference with this one is that it requires a 12mm socket. Grab your oil filter removal tool, and we're going to carefully loosen this up. Now, according to the manual, your filter is supposed to be hand tight. That's often not the case, and so I invested in one of these tools. And I'm removing the rest of the oil filter by hand. Let that drain, just like that. Now you guys can see why that saran wrap is so helpful. Let's take the new filter out of the box. I went with the Kawasaki OEM filter. I'm actually going to use this box to dispose of the old filter. The next step is to lubricate the new filter. With gloves on, put your finger in the old oil and lubricate the rim. The bike is currently leaning on its stand. Watch what happens when I put it upright. You see that? The flow is a lot more heavy. That's why it's very important to keep the bike upright during this step of the process. This will assure that all the old oil is fully drained. Now, hand tighten the new filter. Just nice and snug. I will be replacing my oil with Kawasaki's Optimum Performance 10W40 motorcycle oil. The Z650RS requires just under 2 liters of oil. So I've made my markings where I'm going to need to stop filling. To play it safe, I'm just gonna pour little by little into this cup. All right, moving right along. So let's take off our oil cap. Grab your funnel and start feeding your bike the new oil. Avoid a messy spill by just taking your time. Go slow. As you can see here, I'm just going to continue to fill this cup up as many times as I need until I reach that marking that I made on the container. Now that I've put in the recommended 1.8 liters of new oil, I can now clean the surface and put my cap back on. Hand tight's all you need. Go ahead and start your bike up. Let it run for about 5 minutes. Now turn off the bike again and position the bike upright. With the bike positioned upright, the oil will slowly rise, as you can see here. If it's exactly halfway, as such, you've done a successful oil change. Congratulations. All right, everyone, this wraps up my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this tutorial has helped you with your oil change. Please like, subscribe, and share the video so I can continue to put out more content and help more people. Thank you.